So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable.
Against Portugal.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. There's the whistle. Well, here's a guy who's come as close as you can to perfecting the game, though his demeanour could barely be more modest. He really is every bit the anti-Galactico.
Yeah, and you wouldn't think that he's one of the great all-time midfielders until you actually see what he does on...
Shoot! It's there!
Well, once more, it's him. And we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Portugal are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
Grêmio finding themselves unexpectedly behind. He's found a way through. Could be danger here. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Good running, strong and purposeful. And this is Ronaldo. He's found a way through. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. Driving on and making good progress. So just a one early goal to report so far. 1-0 the score. Valde. That is a great pick out. Chance! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Bruno Fernandes, a player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory. And this is Ribery. Maldini did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on.
I'm struggling to work out whether that was brave or a bit stupid. Maybe both, actually.
Searching pass he's played there. Oh, delightful ball. Oh no, what has happened here? Plenty to aim at here. He's picked his way through. Real chance! Oh, good finish. And there's the goal they've been looking for. Calm, composed, confident. What a super goal.
Well, that's great disguise he got on that finish too. Just toying with the defence, making them guess the wrong thing to do. Made him look a bit silly, Peter.
So that's 2 now without reply.
Well, now's the time you could afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third.
Portugal heading towards the half-time break. The wind very much in their sails. Rijkaard is the team's great visionary. Aimed beyond the defence. He shifted it to the flank. Elects to cross. Keeper has taken decisive action. Kimmich. Balde.
There will be 1 minute added time.
He's got away. That is good progress on the left. David. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. The whistle's gone, and that's it for the first half. What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to resist change at this stage.
Portugal looking good, feeling good. It is 2-0 at the break. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Iniesta. And it's Bruno Fernandes. Ribéry is one whose deliveries we all know about. Oh, easy pickings there. Kukçu. Messi. Cannavaro does well to get it back. Ribéry. Rijkaard. Akanji gets over and intercepts. Kukçu.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
Oh, what has happened here? Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. That's an imaginative pass. Kimmich in acres of space out wide, and he's managed to get free.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Messi. And that's another good win of the ball. Now it's David. And this is Ribéry. And Ribéry! And for a moment, time stood still.
Substitution for Gravio, number 8, Iniesta.
Well, the two coaches are signalling changes here, both at the same time.
Number 10, Messi.
Maldini.
Coming on the field, number 4.
Portugal are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise.
Number 18, Erling Haaland.
And it's Rodri.
Substitution in progress.
Rodri cuts a frustrated figure right now. He just cannot get away.
They're just trying to negate his influence, and it looks like whatever it takes. Haaland really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Jupe. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And he's had it nicked away. Leading by 2 and the finishing line in sight. Cafu. And here's Haaland. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Couldn't squeeze it through. Cristiano Ronaldo! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Ribéry. Ball played for Owen. And it's Balde. Oh, well measured.
There will be 1 minute added time.
And a chance! Just cruising! They are cruising! And there's your hat-trick hero. He is simply indefatigable. And there goes the final whistle. This is a side which is purring, picture perfect to win. They will relish having pulverised what was put in front of them. It was a pulsating performance. Duke just could not help himself, could he? So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. Well, we're on the way. The unmistakable Daniel van Bouten.
One of those players that's been there, done it, got the t-shirt.
And perhaps that's his greatest strength, Jim, his experience.
Certainly one of them, Peter, although for me his all-round game is what impressed most. He's a credible goal threat too, both inside the box and from range.
Yeah, he's got one mighty shot on him. I think it's true to say he once burst a ball while taking a...
Real chance! What a wonderful goal! Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate, on heels rather than toes.
And that will surely go down as one of the... He's having a shot! Denied by an instinctive save.
Diouf clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Bangladesh with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Oh, that one's going nowhere. Portugal are looking to go forward now. Morientes. Plays a sharp little ball here. Great vision. Diouf. He's shifting, great chance! Oh, he has stuck it into his own net!
That can happen to anyone. It's truly, truly unlucky for him, but it's just the way it is.
So one moment's crazy confusion, but they all count.
Look, often chances are hard to come by in these games, so just one mistake could be all it takes to make the difference.
Just about midway through the first half, and it has been an engaging watch. Neymar, he's in a great position. Diouf! Delicious from Diouf! He's got himself an absolute peach. And they're back in front. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Bangladesh leading now. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined.
I'm not sure the shot was ever on there, really. There were just too many bodies in the way, Peter.
Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Gerrard looking for the chance to skim one in from range. Gerrard running with the ball. Oh, it's come loose. Approaching half-time and still behind. Can they make something happen now? Now it's David. And there's the shot! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
I think that's just more proof that this team is very comfortable playing on the break. They're really swift.
Neymar, a player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory. Chiellini calmly anticipates.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
That is a great pick out. He's picked his way through. He's free, he has got space. And the referee says that is that for the first half. It's been thrills and spills at either end in the first half. Neither side really seizing the initiative, and both teams still very much in it. Caution certainly not on the agenda here, from both sides.
Well, I think the message from the manager at half-time will be pretty simple, Peter. He's going to want them to play at a higher tempo, press more, higher up the pitch, pass quicker, and entice the opposition out of position. He knows how crucial the next goal will be.
Well, that just about sorts out the first 45 minutes, and we'll be back with the second very soon. And we are... And Ribéry! And that's a good finish. What remarkable powers of recovery.
I could watch this every week, Peter. Talk about strength of character. Wonderful.
Whoever is in his path, he will always find a way.
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
So again, we have parity.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
Can he finish? Goal, Portugal! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. So smooth, a signature finish.
Well, it always comes down to the telling final pass, and that was a beauty.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
I think there's been a greater menace to everything they've been doing during this spell, one that they hope will continue.
Shoot! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Diouf actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Corner number 2 then.
Bangladesh really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
They're coming again and again. Big chance! And he's quick to get rid. A probing pass. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Kimmich.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Balde. The defender is not giving up on this. Now that looks a decent ball.
Portugal clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
Aimed beyond the defence. And he shoots! In he goes again! And that is wildly off target.
Morientes really reacted very quickly there, but couldn't quite find the finish he needed.
And it's Ribery, looking for options for movement. That is ended up in no man's land. Can he get on the end of this? Ribery crosses. Can he get it through?
Well, it's probably safe to say now, Peter, that it's going to be all about game management from here.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Stood up well to him there. Into stoppage time, very little left on it. That's that, the end. Portugal have been forced to do it the hard way, but they have pulled themselves through unwaveringly to win. A great performance by any measure. Ribery claiming the Man of the Match award, and there is very little room for argument. What a turnaround. Victory from the jaws of... So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and this is Jim Beglin.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Drury, and hello to everyone.
Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. So things are underway. So Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Yeah, N'Golo Kante. He is only one midfielder, but it often feels like he does the work of two or three. He's got exceptional awareness for danger and the stamina to make sure he can go and snuff it out over and over again if required. He's also exceptional in the tackle, and when you watch him in the latter parts of a game, 90th minute plus, he looks as if he's in the first five.
He would be the obvious choice, wouldn't he? He certainly has all the right qualities. Balde in with the challenge. Now it's Mbappe. Thinks one through. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Norway with the corner, they're first. And that has been cleared. Portugal have the chance to go the other way. He's picked his way through. And he shoots! It's bounced back off the post. He saw the danger and he went crashing in. And that's been won straight back. And it's Balde. Gerrard.
Norway really look like a team that's set up to absorb pressure. They don't mind being on the back foot.
But with something up their sleeve.
Yeah, they clearly feel they can hit hard on the counter-attack thanks to their pacey options.
Now it's David. Now, can they get him away? That's where it came from. Oh, a robust challenge. That's going to go a long way. No, he wasn't going to be fooled. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Ribéry. Lovely pass, but David! Oh, that's close, and that will be the last of it. It's half-time. So we go in at half-time with both defences still yet to be breached. They rather cancelled each other out in the first period. Let us see what the second half brings. What do you think we're up to after 45 minutes?
Solid. Very solid, actually, Peter. They haven't made much of an impression at the other end, but defensively I think they've got an awful lot right, completely nullifying their opponents. Now they just need to focus on getting a little more creative.
So both teams still stuck on the starting blocks here. 0-0. Dembele! Cleared without hesitation.
That, Peter, is wonderful reading of the game. Perfect positioning. Well played.
Good take, and is he in? Ribéry. And Balde, and he's worked it through. Rijkaard kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Ribéry is a player who's always giving defenders headaches. Up towards the hour mark, and still no goals. Looking to play him in. Now this could be a chance.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Norway are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
Decent chance! And there's a goal! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
So the first moment of real significance.
Well, when the going gets tough, etc., they can still turn this round, I think.
Fermin does really well to win the ball there. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
And it's Kimmich. Good ball, good take. Kante clears. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. And here's Gerrard. Now, can he find a finish? Oh, shooting chance! Oh, and that is really good tenacity.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
Oh, that's a foul in a dangerous area. And he has shown him a yellow card. Well, he stayed down and is in very obvious discomfort here.
Substitution for Portugal, number 8.
So now we're going to get those changes we have been expecting.
Number 15.
Saliba clears without hesitation.
Gerrard.
Yamal. Now it's Owen.
Coming on the field.
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
23. Batistuta. Number 7. Raul.
And he's there to make the challenge. That's a foul, no two ways about it. And that's going to be a booking.
Yeah, they look as if they're intent, Peter, on stopping him outside the laws of the game, so the referee is going to have to be very alert here.
And that's it. Well, that was tense. The two parties separated by the game's only really meaningful moment. Intriguing for the neutrals, unbearable, sometimes unwatchable for those. The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest.
against Portugal.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. Well, we're on the way. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference? And Del Piero! Alessandro Del Piero! Another ice-cool goal!
As openings go, this is up there. Another magnificent finish from Mr. Magnificent. This could be good, very good.
Smiles broad and beautiful. That is a cracking hit.
Oh, how does he get the ball to do that? He's on another level to most of his peers.
Alessandro Del Piero. Alessandro Del Piero.
Portugal are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Juve. Now that's well seen too. Lizarazu. Gerrard getting this one clear. Kimmich. Lizarazu. Searching pass he's played there. Chiellini cuts it out. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Oh, super ball! Chance! And there's a goal! And the lead lost no time at all!
Yeah, since going a goal down, they've dug in to produce a really fine spell, which for me deserved that equaliser.
The invitation was clear, and it was accepted with the utmost glee.
Such a smart finish, and the setup was very good too, but defensively, they didn't cover themselves in glory here.
We're looking at a different game now.
Well, they just couldn't have responded any better, Peter. Yeah, there's the old cliche about how teams can lose focus after scoring, but you still have to take your chances. Brilliant.
Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Well, that's been cut out, well played. Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. And it's Cruyff. Has a look and plays it forward. Juve gets on his bike and on the move. Stood up well to him there. And he can thump it away. David. Juve going about things with real menace. That's the keeper's ball. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. "30 minutes gone, and the pass is intercepted. David, and it's Ribéry. Ribéry going face to face with his great... Can he finish? And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
And we have our very first corner. And he's taking no chances there. And he's had it nicked away. Plenty of appeals, but the referee is not interested. And now a sudden chance to counter. No way through. Juve, who's set up one goal so far. Ribéry. David! It's hit the upright. Oh no, what has happened here? Well, that has not gone well. No, he refuses to take the bait. Del Piero. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. It's played through for him. He has found the way through. And Del Piero! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Oh, that's nice. And for the first half, that is that. So it's all squared. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. So your views on the first half?
Portugal will be pretty happy with the way they've performed so far. They remained calm after going behind, and they were able to raise the intensity, get their equaliser. So this isn't bad at all.
Portugal are level pegging at half-time then, and it's a finely balanced game. 1-1 the score. There's the whistle then to start the second half.
Portugal clearly have been the better side here. So if I was to say anything to them, it would be just keep going. If it's not broken, don't try to fix it.
Oh, that's a vigorous challenge. Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. Now it's Del Piero. He is through here. He's played it long. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through.
I'm struggling to work out whether that was brave or a bit stupid. Maybe both, actually.
He'll try from distance. Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Oh, good. Oh, it's hit the post. That is decidedly lacking.
Well, he certainly reacted quicker than anyone else, Peter. He just couldn't keep his composure in the end.
Juve to Gerrard. Great vision. Good ball over the top. Oh, great header! And he has kept it out somehow.
Ribéry is offering a wry smile there.
Oh, well played, well played. Rummenigge. Ribéry. And he's chosen to go back.
Diouf really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled. Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Rummenigge. Oh, that was vital. Saliba. Kimmich. And here's the chance to counter. Ribéry. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Substitution for Barcelona. Number 6, Edmilson. Number 23, Gerard. Number 7,
Kimmich.
Del Piero. Number 11, Karl-Heinz Rummenigge.
And the shot! Goal! Portugal! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! Not a defender in sight. He had all the time in the world.
Well, the keeper's clearly not happy, Peter. The least his defence could have done was go to the danger, and that was decidedly lacking.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
I just think this has been a lesson in character, togetherness and composure. I think most teams...
And the finish! And that has earned a few nods of approval from the bench. The message is simple: defend this with your lives. He's rising! And that's a tidy finish. And right near the end, we have parity. A wonderful delivery, and all it needed was a touch.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
Back to parity, and there's barely any time left.
It just goes to show you what determination can achieve. OK, there isn't much time left, but if we have to find a winner now, there's no question who I'll be backing.
Desperate defending required here. And the goalkeeper's got a good palm to that.
Minutes added time.
Knocks it into space. And he's having a pop! Oh, and that one's done no damage in the end.
Well, it wasn't the worst decision, really. He certainly had enough belief to take it on.
Tries to play it through. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. And there goes the final whistle. Decent game of football, that. Intense, intriguing. And both sides, as it turns out, unable to be separated. David, voted man of... Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. If you have just joined, you have just... Good chance here! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
He's definitely living up to the occasion here. He just loves being out there amongst it.
Timber. Kimmich. Kimmich gets on his bike and on the move. Timber. McAllister. Timber. He is through here. Now it's some chance! Denied by an instinctive save.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Spain with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Rijkaard is there, and he can get that clear. And he shoots! And that is certainly not what he had in mind. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Kimmich is always scanning the pitch for targets. Closing in on goal. Ribéry! Oh, split-second reaction.
Ribéry really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. Great chance! It's off target and by quite a way.
Well, I suppose he was being urged to shoot. Maybe the crowd will stay a little quieter next time.
Shevchenko finds himself offside. And it's Balde. Balde, nice control. Looking for options for movement. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. He's had a shot! Plenty of endeavour from either side, but not much of it in the vicinity of either goal.
Well, it's certainly not a drab affair, Peter. It's had its moments.
It's Totti! Oh, he's given that plenty, but no. David. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Neither of these two want to come off second best. Ribery is looking to influence the game from out wide. Diouf.
Spain really look like a team that's set up to absorb pressure. They don't mind being on the back foot.
But with something up their sleeve.
Yeah, they clearly feel they can hit hard on the counter-attack thanks to their pacey options.
Decent chance! Neymar. McAllister. Passing is crisp and sharp. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Chiellini. And it's Ribery.
There will be 1 minute.
Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. And he's whipped it across. And it's claimed by the keeper. Quick look at his watch, and the referee whistles for half-time. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps. So there was the first half.
Well, both sides have been full of effort, industry, endeavour, and the stats are screaming good things at us. So it's been a very good watch for the neutrals so far, and I'm really looking forward to what's to come in the second half. This could get unpredictable.
Well, the players definitely know they're in a derby. More of the same to come after the break, you can be sure of that. Still went. Impressive jump! He's scored!
Dependability is one thing, and he brings that to his game, but that sort of dynamism is another attribute he's blessed with, and it's revealed on a regular basis too. Superb.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
Portugal have their opener. It is a goal of real significance.
Well, that's changed the mood entirely, as you'd expect, Peter. It'll be fascinating now to see what kind of reaction it will cause.
Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Kimmich charging forward, the ball at his feet. Portugal have it back, and the shot! He doesn't look too happy with that.
Well, he looks a little annoyed with himself, Peter, but he hit it well enough. Better look next time, maybe.
Substitution in progress.
Time then for the first substitution of the game. Passes coming off in quick succession here. And the shot's... Dembele! And how good was that? He's got himself an absolute peach. And with the match slipping away, they have hauled themselves off the canvas.
The goal scorer for Spain after 60
Pressure?
minutes.
What pressure? He feels none of it.
Well, at one stage he was being body checked, Peter, and then the next minute it's in the back of the net. That's wonderful striking.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Spain restore parity.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
Dembele. And the break is on. Now it's Dani Olmo. Well, what about it? Portugal are hurt by just about the final punch. Now it's David. Good read, needed to be.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
Goes for a shot! Oh, brilliant stop from Courtois! Spain have their second corner now. And he's gone looking for safety. Portugal have the chance to go the other way. And it's Balde.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
And once more he proves rigid and robust. Strong running down that left flank. Plays a sharp little ball here.
4 added
Right
minutes
card.
has been indicated.
Oh, easy pickings there. Dembele. That's a nicely shaped ball. Balde is someone who's always looking to catch the eye with his trickery. This is it then, now or never. And that'll be the end of that. So it is something for both, but ideal for neither. Both parties having to settle for what they get and hope for better in the weeks ahead. The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. So we're up and running.
Okay, I'm probably going to be accused of fullback bias again, Peter, but Giuliano Belletti is someone I see as having a key role.
Your type of player?
Yeah, he's very competent defensively, first and foremost. He knows that's his job, so he's not the type that's going to be constantly rushing up and down the flank at 100 miles per hour, delivering crosses.
David! Shot, surely! Goal! Portugal!
Well, I don't want to be overly harsh on the defensive side of things here, Peter, but the build-up was so slick and executed with such quality, it made life just that bit too difficult for them.
So, a breakthrough already.
This is the time you need that pace.
And it's Balde. Cannavaro gets across to intercept that. Aimed beyond the defence. And that's a simple one for the keeper. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Madrid clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Ribéry. Lovely pass, but can he get there?
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
And this is Stoichkov. Totti. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Lobbed in behind. Almost half an hour in now. But that has not gone well. Batistuta is sporting a guilty look after that.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Oh, that's fabulous. Portugal with the corner. They're first. He leaps for it. And he's stuck it away. A two-goal lead and they're firmly in control. A wonderful delivery and all it needed was a touch.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
So that's two now. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. And no surprise, that's a booking.
Well, sometimes a loose foul can trigger a completely different spell of play, and it makes even less sense.
Looks to me as though this is probably a little too far out for a shot. And he has kicked it out somehow.
Totti actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Rijkaard is always looking to break lines. And this is Batistuta. Saliba. And it's Ribéry. Rijkaard looking to pass their way up the pitch. Ribéry. Dani Olmo. Now it's Batistuta. Foot in. Kimmich was in no mood for any of that. And that's a dangerous ball. And the referee says that is that for the first half. Reflections on the first half?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to resist change at this stage.
Portugal are heading into the break, very happy with how it's gone so far.
Substitution in progress.
The second period is on the way. Messi. And it's Gerrard. Now it's Puskas. Now can they get it back? Tries to play it through. Oh, that's nice. Looking to play him in. Kimmich. David. Could move up a gear here. Great ball if he can get there. David. And he's managed to get free. Deftly away. Nicked it back promptly. Madrid are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
Gerrard. Portugal with this handy-looking 2-0 lead. They are looking comfortable. Gerrard looking for the chance to skim one in from range. Gerrard, he's in a great position, and the shot! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Good reason for optimism here. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. David. Madrid are looking to go forward now. Now it's David. Now, can they get him away? Belletti. It's Kimmich. Couldn't squeeze it through. Now that looks a decent ball. And reclaimed it in a trice. Ribery! And again! It's loose now and they want to get it back. And he can thump it away.
Substitutions taking place.
Well read, and the danger is averted. Puskas threads one in. And this is Totti. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. So what can they make of this? Defending was strong and firm. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Now it's Puskas. He has a look up. Portugal needed that, they really needed it.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. Juve looking to add to his goal. Van Bouten makes the interception. And the pass is intercepted.
Has been indicated.
Time added on will be 2 minutes. And it's Messi. And Messi! Oh, and the referee says that that is it. Portugal can reflect on a job really well done. Superior tactically, physically. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. Well, we're on the way. Kimmich reaching 3 figures in terms of his appearances for the club.
Yeah, something that I mentioned to him in person.
David! Oh, super goal! A finish right from the top draw. An extraordinary start. Breakthrough in next to no time.
That's the purpose and intensity they showed from the first moment. They really did fly out of the blocks here.
Number 10, Jonathan David. Jonathan David. Jonathan David.
Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. There's the whistle. This is the lineup we've been given. How do you read it, Jim?
Well, what I like about this system, Peter, is the way in which both central midfielders have to work in tandem. If one opts to go forward, the other sits, and when one moves either side to snuff out an attack, the other will hold the central ground. Communication is obviously vital to make it a success, but this team knows what it's doing, and I think we're going to see that reflected.
Otto did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on.
I'm not sure the shot was ever on there, really. There were just too many bodies in the way, Peter.
Looks across and plays it in. Threads one in. In towards the back stick. Cannavaro with the clearance. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
He's got away. Great ball. He's having a shot! Goal! Portugal! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Portugal are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
Yamal! It's a goal! A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye!
Well, if ever you want to see a lesson in responding to a deficit, that's it. Their heads didn't drop, and now their chins are up.
And that is fabulous! A true beauty of a goal!
Oh, what a hit, Peter, and there was nothing lucky about it, let me tell you. It was measured, it was simply inch perfect.
We're looking at a different game now.
Well, they just couldn't have responded any better, Peter. Yeah, there's the old cliche about how teams can lose focus after scoring, but you still have to take your chances. Brilliant.
Saliba. Kimmich. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Can he get on the end of this? Mateus. Saliba does really well to win the ball there. Well, he's looking at the referee, but the referee is shaking his head. Gerrard gets on his bike and on the move. And he's had it nicked away. Now it's David.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And that is out of play. Ribery plays a sharp little ball here.
There will be 1 minute
Mateus
added time.
conjures time and space where few can. Now it's David. Nice interception, well timed. Portugal have a free kick. Well, you might think he got off lightly. It is just a verbal warning.
Well, you either commit a foul and take one for the team, or just stand by and concede a potential goal. It's not a great choice, Peter, but I think I do the former in that position.
That's the end of the first 45. So it's all squared. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. So, Jim, neither side getting it all their own way so far.
Well, it's definitely been a game where both sides have tried to play to their own strengths, and I suppose neither side would be particularly unhappy with this scoreline. I suspect, Peter, the two managers will be keen to urge patience and discipline from their players now.
But it has been tight, it's been competitive. Each side with one significant moment, and at half-time the score is 1-1. And so the action is resumed. And that's gone loose. You have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. And he's managed to get free. And it's played into the middle.
When it's delivered early like that, defenders just can't get themselves set.
Nuno Mendes bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Ribery. Now it's David. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Oh, well, that is not a great touch.
It speaks for itself, doesn't it? Best left there.
So we've reached the hour mark. Rijkaard is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
And the shot! Oh, in he goes again! And no mistake! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
And that's great movement from him. He instinctively knew that the ball was going to come back out and put himself where he needed to be. The sort of thing you just can't teach.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
Now it's David. Oh, he's having a go! That is a super hit, but it was always just off target.
Well, the keeper looks perplexed. That was hit with real ferocity.
Nuno Mendes. Juve. Ribery. Half an hour gone in the second half. Driving forward. And he's cut it out. Portugal with the corner, they're first. Dealt with nicely by the defence.
Portugal really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
Well, they've got it back in a hurry. Portugal are running out of time and out of options.
Well, I suppose they need something to break their way, Peter. Anything at this late stage.
Good strike, quite an alarm. Balde is a player who's always giving defenders headaches. And it's Gerrard. Passing is crisp and sharp.
Portugal really can only do one thing now, Peter. Get the ball up front, make sure it sticks, and sustain some pressure.
And the pass is intercepted. And here's Ribery. That's going to go a long way. And after a brief check, the referee blows his whistle. Portugal did lead. Indeed, they controlled, but they managed to... Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up, and we'll be getting underway very soon. So, straight into the action.
Well, Peter, it's easy to heap praise on players that play further up the field, but they couldn't do what they did without the unsung heroes doing the dirty work, and Frank Rijkaard is amongst the very best in the business.
Some say the best ever.
Yeah, and I can see why. He's about as sophisticated as players come, and his role covers everything from reclaiming the ball to, well, pretty much everything else. Only a man of his calibre and cleverness can do that.
And that should get the job done. Rijkaard. Santos are looking to go forward now. Gerrard calmly anticipates. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And here's Cruyff. Now who's going to be first to this? Opts for safety. Looks to the other side.
Good switch, that.
Now that's a lovely exchange. And it's Zanetti. Well, that's surely a foul. Free kick. And there's not much doubt that this will be played into the penalty area. Oh, brilliant stop from Courtois! And he has kept it out somehow.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he? Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And now a sudden chance to counter. No, that's been intercepted. Portugal yet to have an attempt on goal. Valde looking to play him in, and this is Ribery, and he's made sure that's not getting through. Rijkaard.
Santos really look like a team that's set up to absorb pressure. They don't mind being on the back foot.
But with something up their sleeve.
Yeah, they clearly feel they can hit hard on the counter-attack thanks to their pacey options.
Plays a sharp little ball here. Cafu. Messi. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Now it's David. No outsmarting him this time. Well read, nice interception. Rijkaard. Defending here is really tight. Gerrard. Oh, shooting chance! Whistle's gone and the referee has given a penalty. So a big chance now from 12 yards. So the most significant moment of the game. "1-0, just one winner. Not a twitch, not a blink.
A picture of confidence. That was never missing.
Portugal have broken through. It's 1-0.
Well, I guess this ought to make things interesting, Peter. No doubt the opposition will now be forced to play a more open and riskier game.
Decent chance! And a terrific save from the keeper.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
This is their second corner of the game. Chance! Ribery getting this one clear. Zanetti. That's the end of the first 45. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking.
Well, I don't mind admitting I wasn't expecting that. Still, I'm not complaining about a very good match with a surprising scoreline. Just don't ask me for a prediction, please.
Portugal looking solid, if not too much more at half-time. It's 1-0. And so the action is resumed.
Portugal definitely want to carry on in a similar manner, although I would exercise some caution, Peter. You wouldn't want to leave yourself open in the early minutes trying to kill this off.
Wriggles his way through. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Now it's Kimmich. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Gerrard. Bout of passing here, really easy on the eye. Diouf. Courtois breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. Team still separated by the game's only goal. And this is Ribery. Oh, he's bustling through here. Well, the defence proved infallible. And he shoots! And it's in! A 2-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. And that is fabulous. A true beauty of a goal.
And you can see he meant every bit of that, Peter. He had his head up as he went.
Could be danger here.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
That's destined for the flank, and he's quick to return it. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Portugal clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Gerrard powering forward here. Now it's David. David! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
David actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Portugal have their second corner now. Santos have the chance to go the other way. Balde going forward. Balde, there he goes. Tries a shot! Yes! And they are tearing the opposition apart here. Simply breathtaking stuff. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
A case now of complete control. Pass somewhat off target. No, again there's no way through.
Santos are stuck in central station, and they might find a fast track out wide if they'd care to look.
He's in, great chance! And it's in! This day becomes absolutely perfect, utterly ideal. Whoever is in his path, he will always find a way.
Well, at one stage he was being body checked, Peter, and then the next minute it's in the back of the net. That's wonderful striking.
Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. So it's down to business here.
The presence of Franco Baresi in this lineup suggests to me, Peter, that they'll be playing quite a high line.
What makes you think that?
Well, because he's got all the qualities required to excel in such a system. Because of his reading of the game, his vision, his technique, everything you need to spring a successful offside trap.
Ball is over the line. And here's Cruyff. Oh, he's having a go! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
And it's Balde. Searching pass he's played there. Real chance! Goal! Portugal! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
So, a breakthrough already. Now, can they get him away? Kimmich spots it and intercepts. Silvestre. No, he just refused to budge, and he's got his way. Oh, well measured. That has been cut short. And it's Cruyff, looking for options for movement. He's had a shot! Has a look up and delivers.
Substitution.
Paris Saint-Germain with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. And that should get the job done. Zambrotta, it's a really well-measured ball. And he's there to clear it. Spread to the right. Zambrotta, played in by... And a header! It's run loose, who's going to get there? And that was very necessary. Knocks it out wide. Rijkaard gets across to intercept that. Ribéry is looking to influence the game from out wide. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is 1-0. Rijkaard proves too strong. Couldn't squeeze it through. Cruyff. And it's Neymar. Rijkaard. And Portugal can counter-attack here. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That was well played. Well stopped.
He's found a way. Cruyff! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Cruyff is offering a wry smile there.
Ribéry. Juve has found the net here, of course. That's where it came from. And for the first half, that is that. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here. Any opinion you'd like to express on the first half?
Portugal really have looked very good in transitions, so I'll be expecting more of the same in this second half. They just need to remain patient and just wait for that chance to break again.
Portugal with the game's only breakthrough. It's 1-0. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half. Portugal leading courtesy of the game's only goal. Plays a sharp little ball here. Cannavaro. Ribéry. Juve. And it's Cruyff. Neymar is someone with real dynamite in his boots. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
He won't be happy with that one. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, this lead is beginning to look a little delicate. I'd rather see them show the ambition and adventure to go further ahead, but it seems as if they've settled for a riskier approach now to defend this.
Now it's Batistuta. Rijkaard. Ribéry. Nicely weighted ball. Now it's Kimmich. Oh, he's all alone. Takes a shot! A collective sigh of relief from the defence. Paris Saint-Germain have their second corner now. And it's Rice. Played out wide. Pass is just off target.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually you might just get that little break.
They're coming again and again.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Oh, well played, well sorted out. Tries to pass it through. Batistuta in acres of space out wide.
Paris Saint-Germain really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
Now it's Ribéry. Now it's David. Valde. Can he get on the end of this? Opts to play it back.
Portugal can really think about the precious seconds that took off the clock. No need to overly commit now.
An uncompromising challenge. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. Neymar is wide and looking to get onto this. And time is up. Portugal have done it. Their solitary strike ultimately proving just enough. A terrific win, however you look at it. Juve picking up the Man of the Match award, and no surprise.